What's up, everybody? I know my channel doesn't get a whole lot of views or anything like that. Just I hadn't kind of maintained it or anything like that. And I kind of shifting my focus a little bit here, and I just kind of want to touch base and kind of talk about some things about what's going on in the country. We as a society are seeing some unprecedented times, and you get all these like real big name channels and things like that that are preparedness channels and whatnot, and those are all fine and good because I'm subscribed to them. I watch and I learn, and I take from them and whatnot, but they're big name guys, and I just kind of want to touch base a little bit on a homegrown civilian outlook here. So my question is, with everything that's been going on, with all of the pandemic, whatever, with all that's been going on, what are you prepared for? How are you prepared? How are you setting yourself up for how are you setting yourself up for things? Are you setting yourself up for food stock? Are you stocking up on extra food when you go to the grocery store? How are you looking ahead in the future, in a sense, with all that's going on? I went to the Dollar General store the other day, and I got a couple of items, and right there at the checkout counter, the cashier asked me, she said, hey, after I purchased my stuff, she said, sir, do you have any like 1s, 5s, or 10s, or any loose pocket change that you are willing to donate? And I said, do what? She said, yes, sir. We're kind of running low on cash, on change, and so forth. So it just kind of really makes you wonder on whether or not we're really going to enter into a depression, another depression, or cashless society, and that's a whole nother video all in itself. But I'm a prepper. I try to prepare what I can, how I can, when I can, and I'm not the best at it. There's a lot that I need to learn, but I do take precautions, but a cashless society or a depression is really not. I never really thought that would kind of happen in my lifetime. I knew it was a possibility, but I didn't really think that it would be to that point. So I guess my question is, what are you doing to prepare for that? Have you prepared by buying precious metals like silver and gold or whatnot? But even if our currency takes a tank, and just our dollar's not worth anything, how many people are really going to know the value of silver? They already kind of somewhat know the value of gold. They see gold and it's just shiny and pretty, and they're like, oh yeah, but gold is so expensive, and gold could tank. Gold could tank and silver could go up. So in a sense, gold and silver have been the currency for thousands of years. But now that we're in a digital age, do people really understand what the value of those things really are? And how can that really help you? I don't know the answer to that. I don't know how they would know. You know, I mean, even on bartering and things like that, you know what I mean? People are greedy. You know, so if you want one thing, they're like, oh yeah, that's gonna be an ounce worth of gold. Well shit. You know how much an ounce worth of gold is? And yeah, no, I don't think so. And so you really got to find a community that knows the value of things and precious metals and whatnot. So, you know, I guess my reason for this video is to see, and you can write in the comments below or whatnot, like and subscribe to the channel. I mean, I don't get on here often. I'm going to try to make a little bit more blogs and things like that. But what is a cashless society or a pandemic end of the world scenario really going to happen? It's almost like the government and the powers and the elite to be is like a boa constrictor, or better yet, it's like we the people are frogs and they are the oven or the stove, and we're in that pot of water, and they drop the frog in that pot of water and turn the heat on really, really slowly. You don't even know that you're about to boil. You don't even know that shit's about to really hit the fan. You know, and it's like, how are we going to know? How are we going to? You can watch the news, you can do this, but how do you truly know if those people are part of the establishment or not? You definitely know that NBC, MSNBC, CNN, you know, all those liberal outlets or whatever, they're gonna continue to push that agenda that, you know, everything's fine. You know, not saying that about the pandemic or whatnot, they'll still harp and bitch about that, but they're not going to tell you the truth on, hey, the world's coming to an end. You know what I mean? They're not going to tell you that. And I'm not going to lie, I think even Fox would do the same thing. So it's like, you know, who do you watch? Who do you trust? Do the research yourself. And even some of that, Google's biased, you know, Twitter's biased, Facebook's biased, YouTube's biased. You know, they're censoring people left and right. So it's like, how or who do you trust, and how do you know that the shit's coming? I don't know. I don't know that answer. You know, I really don't. I don't know how to tell you that. So to wrap it up, I just kind of want to see what others are doing. Write in the comments below, like and subscribe to the channel. You know, let's have a discussion. What do you think it's going to be like? How can you see it happening? You know, you can go on survival tips on YouTube and things like that, like 10 most top things to look for, or the 10 most best gears to have, and you know, you got to have a year's worth of supply of this, and you know, whatever. That's all fine and good. I have quite a bit of that stuff too, you know, but how is it really going to unfold? That's the question. How is it really going to unfold? So let's talk. Let's have a conversation.